Hello and welcome. You're watching Hcn News Bulletin. I'm Candra Souza. Now let's take a look at the top stories. GCCI President Narayan Bandekar said the Indian economy is stagnating and there is not much growth in the country for last 2 years. Government Public Prosecutor Saroniji Sardinia has replaced Special Public Prosecutor Advocate Rajiv Gomes, whose appointment was withdrawn by the government. Portion of the Savarkota bridge at Kunkolim gave way, leaving heavy earth-moving machinery hanging on the bridge portion after it landed into the water. Fisheries Minister Avitano Futtaro said no final decision has been taken by the cabinet on the construction of the Mopa airport. BJP Vice President Dr. Wilfred Mesquita assumed that national budget session did not make any sense in terms of development, claimed it to be a farewell speech of Union Finance Minister P. Chidambaram. Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar promised that River Sal will be cleaned up of the pollution within a year's time. Now the news in detail. Union Finance Minister P. Chidambaram's farewell vote on account speech has not impressed Goa's industry. Expressing dissatisfaction, GCCI President Narayan Bandekar said the Indian economy is stagnating and there is not much growth in the country for last 2 years.
Union Finance Minister P. Chidambaram presented vote on account on Monday in the Parliament amidst uproar on Telangana. Though sticking to conventions, the minister has not introduced or proposed anything significant in the interim budget. The only good news for all is that prices of automobiles will reduce with immediate effect. Reacting to the speech, Goa Chamber of Commerce and Industry President Narayan Bandekar said that there are many opportunities for growth in different sectors, but we need to have progressive policy to attract investment in those sectors.
The Indian economy is stagnating and there has not been much growth for the last few years. There are many opportunities for growth in many different sectors, but we need to have progressive policies to attract investment in those sectors. The policy paralysis coupled with the retrograde tax policies of the current government has shaken in the investors' confidence in India. There is nothing in this budget that will improve the investors' confidence in the country. Mr. Chidambaram has been able to keep the fiscal deficit within limits and is reporting marginal growth in the economy. He has cut down excise rates on some items like cars, capital goods and consumer durables, etc. But minor tinkering in excise rate and a few other minor increases in allocation in sectors like defense is not enough to excite the economy, and in this last year of the present government it is a story of too little, too late. The industry also had not expected much from this budget. Like everyone else, it is hoping that new dispensation will assume office at the center and give a new direction to the economy, which will improve the investors' confidence in the country.
Amar Chavaria for Hcn.
Government Public Prosecutor Saroniji Sardinia on Monday represented the state before the Special Court, Margao, to hear the Kankona building collapse case. Sardinia has replaced Special Public Prosecutor Advocate Rajiv Gomes, whose appointment was withdrawn by the government on Saturday. Sarojini Sardinia's appearance in the special court comes a day after Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar told media during his visit to Margao that Advocate Gomes has been replaced for talking to media as though he was an NGO.
He is supposed to talk to the police and the government, not talk to the press. He has been talking to the press as if he is an NGO. That is not expected of a lawyer, because strategy of a government, whatever it is, cannot be revealed to the media or someone. It's a court matter. You can't discuss how you are going to fight the court matter with the media. So I don't want a high profile here. they recommended, they withdrew the recommendation. For me, I accepted the recommendation because very simply because I don't see a public prosecutor who talks to me about it.
Meanwhile, Advocate Gomes told the media that he had never passed on any information regarding the investigation in the Kankona building collapse case to the media.
But I disagree with the reasons for my revocation. I feel the media is a fourth estate and the media should be told all what has happened in the course of the investigation as long as final details and secrets of investigation are not revealed. During my media briefing, I have never disclosed any aspect which would hamper the investigation, which would affect the investigation adversely. I have only brought out to the media that the investigation was not progressing on the proper lines because I felt it was my duty as a public prosecutor to inform the public about this, that the investigation not progressing properly. I tried my best. I have done relentless efforts to tell the police that this investigation should progress fairly, but I had come to a blockade where there was no other option but to express my anguish to the judiciary as well as the media.
He said the police ought to have issued corner notices against the absconding builders if the investigating agency was serious in taking the probe to a logical conclusion.
They say the builders have gone abroad, but I don't think even Interpol has been connected to actually get some warrants issued against them or red corner notices issued against them. This has to be done. It's more than 1 month now.
How do you see the investigation now?
I cannot comment on the investigation now because the investigation is not with me anymore. But I feel as a criminal lawyer, I know certain things can be done by the police in order to investigate, like red corner notices can be issued through the CBI to trace the person abroad. Even if he has gone to England or any other country, he can be brought to Goa. What steps have been taken?
With Santosh Mirajkar, Guilherme Almeida for Hcn. A portion of the Savarkota bridge at Kunkolim gave way when the contractor was in the process of dismantling the old bridge to make way for the new one. Heavy earth-moving machinery was seen hanging on the bridge portion after it landed in the water.
Kunkolim MLA Rajan Naik said the collapse of the bridge portion indeed goes to prove that the bridge was very weak. He said the bridge will be put in place within 90 days.
तो वयर गेले साम वीक आशिल्लो तो मातसो मुखावेली हें जालें घसरलें तो सकयल गेला पयल्या दिश्टी पडटा तो सामको वीक आशिल्लो ब्रिज
हेजे वयल्यान आज गोल हेंचो गाडी बी
गाडी योग्य टायमार मोडलो तो आनी जर थोडे दीस राविल्ले हेवी व्हेकल पडटा आशिल्ले
केन्ना म्हणून स्टार्ट करताले
स्टार्ट न्ही स्टार्टींग विदिन 3 months complete, before monsoon. Actually 90 days.
Kunkolim Municipal Chairperson Devendra Desai gave more details.
वीक आशिल्लो म्हणून नीव घातलो आमी प्रपोज केल्लो आनी DSIDच्या मार्फत हो नवीन बांदपाचो आहलो तो डायवर्शन हें केल्लें आसा आनी आज मोडपाचो आहलो तो आतां ते तेंचे टॅक्निकल कितें तें म्हाका खबर ना कशें मोडपाचें तें आतां ते म्हणटा हें जालें तें तसो मोडपाचो म्हणून तो कळ्ळें म्हणना.
With Santosh Mirajkar, Guilherme Almeida for Hcn.
Fisheries Minister Avittano Furtado on Sunday said no final decision has been taken by the cabinet on the construction of the Mopa airport. At an interactive debate organized by Navalim Civic and Consumer Forum at the Rosary Church grounds, Avittano further said he would stand by the people of Navalim on the airport issue.
I don't think the final decision has come yet. Okay. And there will be more discussions on it. The final discussion is not yet come.
Goans for Dabolim only convener Father Eremito Rebelo told both the ruling BJP and the opposition Congress to work towards the scrapping of Mopa before the elections. Father Eremito accused the Parrikar government for not entering into a dialogue with the Navy to get additional land for Dabolim during the last 2 years. He claimed the Navy is ready to part with additional land on condition the Goa government comes out with a comprehensive proposal.
To destroy the economy of Goa. Therefore, I call upon Avittano to convey to his Chief Minister to scrap Mopa and save Dabolim only. I asked Mr. Altin to convey to his government in Delhi that the NOC which they had given for Mopa Airport to withdraw it. The cabinet decision घेतलेले ते withdraw करूंक लाय. आमका दाबोलीत म्हाका जाय म्हण न्हय म्हजे हाड पिकले आनी भायर वचपाचो म्हाका दिसना आनी काय म्हजी भलायकी काय बरी ना. But I am fighting for the truth and the truth of Daboli, and that's the reason why all Goans have to come out and save the Daboli airport for the future of Goa and to save the economy of Goa.
Pradesh Congress Committee General Secretary Altino Gomes said the Congress has stood by Dabolim Airport as evident by the funds sanctioned by the centre for its upgradation.
म्हाका तरी दिसना कोणाकय आनी दुबाव आसूं जायना की दाबोली एअरपोर्ट बंद करून न्हय बांदपा अशें म्हूण. त्या काँग्रेस सदांच वावुरल्या की दाबोली एअरपोर्ट आमचो इंटरनॅशनल लेवलाचेर करपाक आनी हो एअरपोर्ट सदांच उक्त दवरपाक. आनी आमची सरकारान सेंट्रल सरकारांनी आमची हे मागणी आयकून आमकां 500 करोड दिल्ले आनी काही सुबेज जाल्ले आसात आनी हो अपग्रेड केल्लो आसा. आनीक ऑलरेडी ऑपरेशन चालू जालां हा. सो म्हाका तरी दुबाव दिसना. तेका आमी वी आर ऑलवेज फॉर दाबोली एअरपोर्ट.
Activist Abhijit Prabhudesai said that Goan economy would collapse if Mopa Airport becomes a reality and vowed to continue the battle for the return of the acquired land to the Mopa farmers.
दुसरो एअरपोर्ट बांदप हो प्रश्न जायते पार्टी जायते गव्हर्मेंटा कडेन येता. हांव दुबय आसतना दुबय गव्हर्मेंटा कडेन सेम प्रश्न येयल्लो दुसरो एअरपोर्ट जबलली बांदपाक. पूण आमी 7 वर्सां हांव आसतना आमी जायते टेक्निकल दाखयलें की दुसरो एअरपोर्ट बांदल्यार दुबयची इकॉनॉमी कॉलॅप्स जातली. एअरपोर्टाचो इम्पॅक्ट इतलो आसता की एअरपोर्टाचे तुगे फॅर्स तुगे रेट्स ऑफ टिकेट्स तेजे प्रमाणे लोक येता. सो एअरपोर्ट तूं दुसरो बांदलो तुगे रेट्स वाडले सगळे चेंज जाले तुजी आखी इकॉनॉमी क्रॅश जावपाक शकता. आनी हेच भाशेन जेन्ना जबलरी एअरपोर्ट कमिशन केला तेच टायमार दुबय एक क्रॅश जाला.
With Santosh Mirajkar, Gulam Almeida for HCN. BJP Vice President Dr. Wilfred Mesquita assumed that national budget session did not make any sense in terms of development as he claimed it to be a farewell speech of Union Finance Minister P. Chidambaram.
Speaking to media person, Dr. Wilfred Mesquita said that budget session should focus on how to boost investment and maintenance of fiscal deficit. He also said that budget session should give policy direction.
Figures in the budget makes no sense. Basically, budget should give a direction, give a policy direction where two things are important. Investment so as to boost the manufacturing growth and maintaining fiscal deficit. Which this for last 5 years they have done nothing on this front. This fiscal deficit today he has shown as maintained, but on one side he has completely deprived planned expenditures. If today inflation has come little down, right, this month, it is not because they have done anything, because the purchasing power of the people has gone down because there is no investment. So basically it boils down to investment. So what has government policy done in the budget today to boost investment?
Amar Chavaria for HCN.
Let's take a short break. We'll be back soon. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The government has launched the Rs 37.89 crore 20 MLD C-Tech sewage treatment plant for Margao, with Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar promising that the project to arrest the decay and restore the pristine glory of River Sal within a year. The project envisages construction of a 20 MLD STP and 2 waste water pumping stations with a pipeline connecting the Karaban Storm, Water Nalla and Salpem Lake to the STP. Addressing the gathering after laying the foundation stone, the Chief Minister said River Sal will be cleaned up of the pollution within a year's time.
Nalian average flow is in your Saipe Lake Nalo is about 6 mld and at Kareban it is about 8 mld average with a maximum flow of 13.5 and 18 mld, 31.5 mld maximum flow पावसाच्या दिसांनी जात असतो. हाची जरी कॅपॅसिटी 20 mld असली तरी इट कॅन टॅकल एनिवेअर अप टू 40-50 mld बिकॉज चड उदक पातळ जालें की तितले फास्ट ट्रिटमेंट जातलें. आनी म्हणजे आमी पणजे घाल्लो, पणजेचो म्हाका दिसता 7.5 काय 10 mld कितें घाल्लो. नो 12.5 पणजे घाल तुज्या गाडयेन बरोबर बसय, सगळे 20-25 जाणांक जाय जाल्यार 2 गाडयो कर, घेवन यो थंय आनी दाखय, पळया तुमी दोळ्यान पळय. समटायम सीइंग इज बिलिवींग. गार्बेज ट्रिटमेंटाचे हांव सांगतालो कोण म्हजेर विश्वास दवरनासलो पयलीं, मागीर काडले आनी धाडले लोकांक. ताजेर म्हजेर क्रिटिसिजम 36 जाणांच्या. तरी बरें हांवें MLAन बी व्हडलें धाडूंक ना म्हणून दोगचोकूच MLA आशिल्ले, बाकी सगळे जनरल.
In his address, Navalim MLA and Fisheries Minister Avetano Furtado drew attention of the Chief Minister to the unbearable odor emanating from the STP plant and expressed his gratitude to the Chief Minister for launching the project.
And when I was elected, the first thing I did was I went to Honorable CM and I told him, sir, the smell is unbearable here. And to that he told me, you don't worry, I'll give you all the help, whatever you want, and you go ahead. The plant that was here was not sufficient, and I have my village brother also here, Mr. Eats, who's to help me out with this work here. So when I told him also, he said, no, we are doing something about it here. So when CM said, let's go ahead, we went full swing. And today our dream has come true for this upgradation of this plant from 7.5 to 20 mld. The smell was so unbearable that we really could not stay here, and the smell was from here and Benali.
Margao Municipal Chairperson Dayanand Deolkar said that residents of Sirwade, Margao and Navalim had to put up great sacrifices over the decision to set up the STP in their backyard and urged the Chief Minister to consider giving employment to the local youth in the plant.
कितलेशे पाईपलाईन आणि केबल फोडून उडयताले. दुसरे दिसा पळयताले लोकांनी बोबो उदक मेळना, उदक बंद जालें, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बंद जाली. ते सगळे सॉल्व करपाक मीन्स आय हॅव टू शेल आउट मायसेल्फ. ते सगळे डिपार्टमेंटाचे मनीस हाडून ते रेक्टिफाय करपाक अक्षरशः म्हाका खूब त्रास पडले ह्या वाड्याचे ते सिवरेज कंप्लीट करपाक. त्याच बरोबर आनीक इश्यू आशिल्लो की पायपलायन घालता ती बारीक आसा म्हणून जो टॅक्निकल सेक्शनाक विचारीत जाल्यार ते म्हाका ते लोक आसा त्या प्रमाणे आमी एस्टिमेट करून ती लायन घातल्या. हे सिवरेज प्लांटाचे त्रास पडटा आमच्या वाड्या वयल्या लोकांक आनी बाब आमचो आवेतान फुटतात नावेली. तेन्ना जॉब्स बी कितें कन्सिडर करतात ह्या लोकांचे एरियांतले कन्सिडर करचे, कित्याक लोक त्रास काडटा हांगसर अक्षरश. अजुनूय हांव म्हणटा की वास येता हांगा, आतां सुद्दां आमी येता वास येतालो. सो फॉर दॅट आय रिक्वेस्ट ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर दॅट वेन जॉब्स आर देयर they should consider the people from this ward and Naveli.
With Santosh Mirachkar, Guilhem Almeida for Hcn. Today onwards, MES Employees Union of Goa is on massive strike against the central government to get their demands. This strike will be for 2 days, today and tomorrow. The MES Employees Union of Goa is on massive agitation to get their demands from government. They have demand on service matter, policy issues, trade union rights and functioning of JCM, and on 7th CPC issue. First day of agitation is held at GE, Panji, and second day will be held on February 18th at Vasco. Philip De Cruz, the president of MES Employees Goa, said they demanding the implementation of court judgment. They have agitated so many times but government has ignored so far.
आमचं युनियन ऑल इंडिया डिफेन्स एम्प्लॉईज फेडरेशनाक एफिलिएशन आसा आनी आयज आमी ऑल इंडिया डिफेन्स एम्प्लॉईज फेडरेशन स्ट्रायकार आसा बेमदर. आनी आमी आमकां हिंगा आमी धरना करता. आमचे मेन पॉयंट आसा, जायते पॉयंट आसा, पूण मेन पॉयंट आसा आमचे पे कमिशनाचे. 6 पे कमिशन एनॉमलीज आमी सेटल करून लायल्या. पयले 7 पे कमिशन येवचे पयलीं. मागीर आमी टर्म्स ऑफ रेफरन्स दिल्ले DOPT ते आमी एक्सेप्ट करून लायला. आमकां पे पॅकेट 2014 सान आमी मागला आसा पे कमिशनाचें आनी आमकां 50% मर्जर ऑफ TA आनी इंटरम रिलीफ मागले आमी पे कमिशन प्लस हेजे बद्दल आनीकूय आमचे डिमांड आसा आनी डिमांड आसा आमचे एनोमलीज आसा ते आमी सेटल करप कोर्ट जजमेंट आसा तो आमी इम्प्लिमेंट करूंक मागला गव्हर्मेंट तो कोर्ट जजमेंट आसा ते आमी इम्प्लिमेंट करूं ना कितले पावटी आमी एजिटेशन केलें पूण आजून पर्यंत इम्प्लिमेंट केलें ना.
Aero modeling show cum workshop held at the Fatoda Sports Complex evoked huge response with school students and general citizens turning up in large numbers for the show. Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar inaugurated the show in the presence of Banauli MLA Kaito Silva and Ravindra Bhavan Chairman Damu Naik. In his address, Parrikar said the aero modeling show will help bring out the latent talent of the children out in the open. While complimenting the Ravindra Bhavan chairman for organizing the show, the Chief Minister has promised government support for a similar show next year in collaboration with the sports department.
हो एक बरो कार्यक्रम कशा पद्धतीन आपल्या हातून हाडलो हे म्हाका अजून कळून ना आनी ताका भितर विमानाचो आनी कलेचो संबंध कितें तर तो म्हणालो विमान बनवप ही एक कला आसा मान्य केलें म्हळ्यार कल्चराचो खंयच्यान संबंध म्हणालो विमान आमच्या पुराणा पासून आसा रामायणान सुद्दां पुष्पक विमान आशिल्लो त्यामुळे ताणें एक बरो कार्यक्रम मातशी इल्ली रब्बर ताणली ती रब्बर ताणप थोड्यांक सोसून ना म्हणून इतलेंच सांगता की एक बरो कार्यक्रम केल्लो आसा भुरग्यां भितर क्युरियोसिटी जागोवपाक.
In his address, Damu said that the show will help children understand about plants, exuding confidence that it will go a long way in tapping the hidden talents of the students.
फाटल्या 2 वर्सांनी ह्या सरकारान अनेक प्रकल्प राबयले अनेक नवे नवे येवजण्यो लोकां मुखार हाडल्यो तातूंत भुरग्यां भितर फुडारा खातीर कितें तरी एक दिशा दवरपा खातीर कार्यक्रमाचे ही मोख आशिल्ली आनी ती मोख बऱ्या तरेन साध्य जाल्या. म्हाका एकल्यान विचारलें एरो मॉडेलिंग शोवाचो आनी तुज्या आर्ट एंड कल्चर खात्याचो संबंध कितें. हांव इतलें सांगता की कला संस्कृती आनी तिसरो शब्द विज्ञान आर्ट कल्चर आनी सायन्स हे एकठांय येल्लें आसा.
With Santosh Mirajkar, Guilherme Almeida for Hcn. La Avila Jyoti Carmelite Seminary Perem Mapsa celebrated their seminary day on Sunday. Father Thomas Lobo was the chief guest on the occasion. Programs like drama, singing were organized for the entertainment of seminarians.
Although a certain amount of labor is involved in directing it, the Lord takes over our work and becomes a gardener himself. We are essentially enraptured and in a state of perfect joy. The garden is beginning to flower and sends out its fragrance. That we leave ourselves in the hands of God, allowing Him to lead us wherever He desires.
In our video of the day section, we bring to you box full of laughter. That's all from our side. Stay tuned to Hcn. Take care and goodbye.